Welcome to Mindful Chatting, a podcast where therapy meets real life. I'm Kristen, a therapist, business owner, and a lifelong student of what it means to fully show up in our relationships, in our work, and in our healing. Here, we unpack mental health concepts, explore mindfulness tools, and talk through the messy, beautiful, in-between moments that shape us. Whether you're a fellow clinician, a curious listener, or someone navigating your own growth, this space is for you. Let's chat. Hey friend, welcome back to Mindful Chatting on our Thoughtful Thursdays. Remember, this is our space to slow down and gently look at the patterns that show up in our relationships. So wherever you are right now, let's take a breath. Let your body settle. Today, I want to talk about something that comes up constantly in sessions, and it's often deeply misunderstood: boundaries. More specifically, why boundaries themselves don't disconnect relationships, but the response to those boundaries does. I see a lot of people come into therapy afraid to set boundaries because they believe this one thing: if I set a boundary, I'm going to lose that relationship. And honestly, sometimes that fear comes from lived experience, because when boundaries weren't respected in the past, there was a rupture. But here's the important distinction: boundaries don't create disconnection. They reveal where disconnection already existed. A boundary is simply information. It's a signal. It's saying, this is where I end and you begin. What determines whether a relationship stays connected isn't the boundary. It's how the other person responds to that boundary. So from an attachment perspective, boundaries can activate deep fear. For some people, a boundary can feel like rejection, abandonment, loss of control, or being too much or not enough. So instead of responding with curiosity or respect, sometimes the response we'll receive is defensiveness, guilt tripping, or withdrawal, anger, the silent treatment. That's not a boundary problem. That's an emotional regulation and an attachment problem in that person that's responding to your boundary. Here's a quick note for my clinicians listening. If you're looking for a charting and practice management system that doesn't make you want to scream, well, guess what? I use TherapyNotes. It's clean, reliable, HIPAA compliant, and honestly saves me hours every week. You can try it with my link in the show notes. Healthy boundaries are actually invitations. Healthy boundaries invite mutual respect, emotional safety, clarity, repair. When someone can hear a boundary and stay regulated, the relationship actually strengthens. And when someone hears a boundary and becomes dysregulated, it exposes where support, skills, or safety is missing. And this is where people often turn inward and blame themselves. Maybe I'm asking for too much, or maybe I was too harsh, or maybe I should have stayed quiet. But honoring your limits isn't harmful. Ignoring them is. For any clinicians tuning in, if insurance billing is the part of your practice that drains your soul, Headway will be your best friend. They get you credentialed, send you referrals, manage your billing, submit your claims, all the stuff none of us went to grad school for. It's free to join, and honestly, it's been a huge support for therapists who want to take insurance without drowning in the administration part. My link is in the show notes if you want to check it out. Here's the reframe I want to leave you with today. Disconnection doesn't come from boundaries. Disconnection comes from the inability to tolerate someone else's needs. Repair happens when both people can stay present, even when it's uncomfortable. When that doesn't happen, it's not because the boundary was wrong. It's because the relationship didn't have the capacity for it yet. And that's information. That's not failure. If you're navigating a relationship where boundaries feel risky, I want you to hear this. You're not asking for too much. You're asking for clarity. And clarity doesn't disconnect healthy relationships. It protects them. Thank you for sitting with me in this on our Thoughtful Thursdays. I'll see you next week. And as always, be gentle with your mind. One more thing before you go, and this helps me personally, staying present and grounded, which we all need, especially when your brain wants to spiral into disconnection. Me too. It's Brain FM. It's musically designed to help ADHD brains, well, really anyone's brain, focus, relax, or sleep, and I use it almost daily. If you want to try it, I've dropped my link in the show notes. And if you're looking for planning tools or ADHD-friendly resources, I'll keep a list of my favorite links in every episode.